Hi guys, today I have my hits and misses for you for the month of April. There's a few updates here for things that I've tested throughout the month too that I figured you guys might want to know my follow-up thoughts on. So I don't have much more of a preamble, let's just get into it. I wanted to start out with a couple eyeshadows. If you watched my Bought It Forgot It, I was using my Makeup Geek eyeshadows this month, and two of them out of my palette of singles have been such standout beautiful shadows that I really wanted to talk about them. So these are both from the Duochrome collection. These are both purples, obviously lighter and darker. This one is called Blacklight, and they are duochrome, but you know, when you pack them on the lid and you can build it up, it just kind of comes off as a really beautiful shiny purple shade. And a lot of the time I would mix them together. This lighter one here is called Phantom. It's actually kind of more of a pinky purple, but oh my gosh, I wore these in two different videos and so many of you were like freaking out over how pretty it was, and they are really pretty. I'm definitely going to keep using these. I just am in love with this shade. The next thing is this. This is from Makeup Revolution. It's one of the Blushing Hearts Triple Baked Blusher, and that's what it looks like on the inside. This is dropped on the floor. This is much more of a highlight than it is like a true blush. This is actually what I'm wearing for my highlight today. So pretty. I mean, obviously you can dip your brush into it wherever you want the concentration, but just kind of swirling it all together, it's just this really beautiful glowy peach. So gorgeous. I am in love with this. I've been using it all month long. I have a pink one too, and I haven't really given that one a shot yet, so I will probably do that next month. I recently hauled Essence nail polishes because I had never tried them before. I've tried a lot of Essence makeup, but not the nail polishes. And these two colors, they're so good. They're so good. Okay, this one I didn't even haul yet. It's just I've been using it a lot in the last month since I bought it. This is what's on my nails today. This is the shade Sweet as Candy. When I bought it, I thought it would be, you know, a lot more kind of this pink milkshake kind of shade. But really on the nails, it just kind of comes off as this blushed, kind of just nail color. You know what I mean? Like it looks like a French tip color almost would be, but all over your whole nails. I'm just totally in love with it. It's just such a pretty neutral. And this one here, this purple, is called So What, and this is so pretty. This one is completely opaque in one coat. This one takes two coats to get this kind of milky sheeniness to it. But I really like these, you guys. They're a totally good value. I wanted to also mention this. I've put this in a favorites before, but recently I took a real big break with nail polish over the last, you know, not this month, but the month before, and I have forgotten how much I loved this when I started using it again. This is the brand Ceramic Glaze, and it's just called the Fast Drying Topcoat. You can see, like, I've used half the bottle of this. This is my absolute favorite. What it does is it just gives you such a nice, beautiful shine on your nails, but I have never had a product make my nail polish manicure last as long as this top coat does. So this is really, really good if you are troubled with your nail polish chipping really quickly. It just makes everything last so much longer than it normally would and keeps it so shiny. Like sometimes I look at my nails 5 days in, I'm like, this looks as shiny and beautiful as it did on day one. It's really fantastic. So I used this in, I think, a first impressions video quite a long time ago, and because I kind of skipped my favorites last month because of VIB time, I didn't really talk about it yet, and I've been dying to tell you guys about this. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Sponge. They have three. I don't know the exact name of this one, but they all look completely different, so you won't mistake it for something else. So this is this pretty fuchsia kind of bumpity bump shape. This is so good, you guys. This is like better than a beauty blender to me. So first of all, it's way cheaper, of course, because it's from the drugstore, but it just gets so big and squishy, and it's not pumped up today because I didn't want to show it to you dirty, so I didn't use it today. Anyway, it gets so like squishy, and it has this beautiful texture to it, but it still kind of is dense enough where it's going to give you that nice airbrush look, and it doesn't take away product like some, like the e.l.f. one did that I was also using, which was awful. It's as good as a beauty blender, but I even like it better. And I've never talked about this brush before, I don't think, and I've been using it a ton lately, and I just thought, you know, I better mention this. So this is a Chikuhodo brush. This is the DreaCN 10. I bought this from Beautylish last year sometime. This has been a constant brush in my rotation, and it really just is one of those crease brushes that I use for transition shade all the time. But I wanted to mention it because this just gives you such a blown out, flawless crease, and it doesn't take any work. Like, it almost does all the work for you, which is why I think it's so awesome. The other thing is, you might hear the name Chikuhodo and see dollar signs, but this one is pretty affordable. Like, it's less than a MAC brush. So this one was $21 US, I believe. I would have worn these lashes today, but I really wanted to show them to you, and my lash game today is not working out. Like, I was not having a good makeup day today when I was getting ready. So the lashes that I'm wearing today, I think, look really crazy. But anyway, I wanted to show these to you. I've been wearing them a ton and I love them. These are from House of Lashes. These are called the Wispy Minis. I haven't cleaned them since I used them yesterday, so you might see a little bit of glue on them, but they are so pretty. You might look at these and think, yeah, they're just like a demi-wispy lash, and they are kind of shaped just like the Ardell demi-wispies, for example. These are the minis from House of Lashes because their lashes tend to be very out there and voluminous, so they made minis of a lot of different ones, and they're kind of just more scaled back. But anyway, the reason I like these, first of all, the band is like super flexible. They're so easy to apply, and they look so natural. And I don't know, there's some difference between the Ardell Demi Wispies, which you guys know I love, and these ones. These ones, they're just a little bit more natural looking, little bit more look like natural hair on your lash line. I want to buy a bunch more of these. I've been loving them so much. The next thing, I know I've talked about this a lot since I bought it, but I just wanted to give it another mention. This is the Smashbox Casey Holmes Pearl Palette. This is her highlighting palette she came out with. She came out with two. The gold one I've talked about, I don't like it. But the pearl one is so beautiful. Like, I've been wearing this a ton in videos, in real life. It's just so naturally glowy looking. This shade here is sparkly, like it has actual glitters in it, so I don't use that one very often. But what I tend to do is just kind of mix these together, and it just looks beautiful on the skin. I know a lot of people will sometimes say, it doesn't look as good in a swatch, and you know, sometimes I'm like, well, how? But it's true. They don't look as good in swatches as they do on the face. I mean, they don't even look comparative to what they look like on the face. That might give you some general sense of it, but I can't emphasize enough just how natural it looks on the skin and how it blends in, but it still gives you, like, you guys know, I like to look like I'm wearing highlight. I like to have a very glowy highlight, and I just love this palette so much. One more makeup product left. These are from Wet n Wild. These are the gel lip liners. I have the shade Never Petal Down and Bear to Comment. This is what I'm wearing all over my lips just this today, the Never Petal Down lip liner. You guys, I cannot emphasize how good these are. These are so creamy. I mean, they're gel, right? So you're gonna have that nice glidey finish. Like, it's so easy to apply. That's what they look like right there. They just feel so good. I mean, you get that matte finish, and it's gonna last so long, but it's so comfortable. Like, you might as well be wearing a liquid lipstick, because you would get a little bit of transfer. And of course, if you're gonna like eat a meal or something, it won't last. But seriously, it's gonna last for hours on your lips, and it's so comfortable. Like, you don't even feel like you're wearing anything. And next thing is skincare. This is from Paula's Choice. I use a ton of Paula's Choice products, and I tend to talk about them when I haul them and when I do empties, but I don't really mention them in favorites, even though they really are my favorite skincare products. So this is the Paula's Choice Resist Intensive Wrinkle Repair Retinol Serum. It's kind of like a amberish clear fluid, and I love this so much. This is the first bottle of this I purchased. The reason I love it is the texture. It's so velvety smooth on your skin. Like, you apply it, one pump, and you just kind of rub it between your fingers, and it will cover your whole face. It's so soft and velvety smooth. I just love the texture of this. So I like to use a lot of retinol products because my skin does not react badly to it. You should only use retinol at night, and then always wear sunscreen during the day. but retinol is one of those anti-aging products. I don't have really any issues with my skin, thank goodness. I know a lot of people struggle, and that's one of the things I don't have to struggle with. So keep that in mind. Like, my skin concerns are really just preventing aging. That's really all I'm concerned with. I don't get a lot of acne. My skin's not dry. So, you know, take this what you will. Basically, I love the texture of this. I love retinol products for preventing wrinkles. I always have a coupon code in my description bar. It's not like a sponsorship. It's something anybody can get. It's like a refer a friend thing. So if you have never tried Paula's Choice products before, you can get $10 off your first purchase of $15, and then it kicks back $10 to me. So it's a really good program because I have gotten, a lot of you guys have used that over the years, and thank you so much, because I've gotten, you know, a little bit of money back to put towards these products that I love, and I really, 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 really do love them. I also recently hauled this. This is from Tarte. It's the Rainforest of the Sea Deep Dive Cleansing Gel. I had a couple, I think maybe 2 of the little like deluxe sample sizes of this previously, and I always said how much I loved it, but I didn't really want to pay the full price, and it's true, it's kind of expensive for a cleanser, but it's so nice. I really, really love it. I'm really glad that I bit the bullet and purchased it. Now, I did buy it when Tarte was doing their 30% off friends and family, so that made it feel a lot easier. I love the scent of this. The packaging is so pretty too, by the way. Like, who wouldn't want this next to their, you know, sink in their bathroom? But the scent of this is so lovely. It's like this fresh, gardeny, but not flowery, like leaves and trees kind of smell. I don't know. I'm bad at describing scents, but I really love it. The actual full size has a pump on it. It's kind of like a clear, kind of like gel, not really gel, but it's just kind of like a clear fluid, and it bubbles up nice, and it just takes everything off, and I don't feel like my skin is very dry afterward. Like, it leaves it feeling like it's got a little bit of moisture in it still. Next thing is this body scrub from Soap & Glory. It's the Sugar Crush body scrub. You guys, this smells so good. It smells like lime crush, like the pop, but if you added alcohol to it. Like, it smells like a lime margarita. It's so delicious. I love using this. As you can see, I've used a lot since I just hauled this a couple weeks ago. And not only does it smell good, but it is a really good scrub. Like, some scrubs won't be scrubby enough, some will be too harsh. This is kind of right in the perfect zone where you're getting that exfoliation, but it's not too much. So I'm really into that. I really want to pick up the body wash in the same scent, because I hear that they have one of those too. I want to do a couple random favorites, but I'll do that at the end. I want to give you guys a couple updates on products that I have used kind of like over the last month in first impressions and stuff like that, and let you know if anything has changed. So first of all, I wanted to talk about these 3 products. So these are the CoverGirl Outlast Foundation, Concealer, and Powder that I tested out. If you didn't watch that video, I'll link it. Okay, so in that video, this CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 foundation, it got really, really greasy on me throughout the day. And I've heard a lot of people love this, and a lot of people say that it's really good on their oily skin. On me, it doesn't work very well. So I am wearing it today, and I have worn it a few other times to give it a fair shot. I will say, when I wear it with a mattifying primer, I really like it a lot more. In my tested out videos, I don't like using mattifying primers because it just kind of negates the actual product itself, and you don't get to see how the actual product works on its own. So that's why I don't use a mattifying primer in those videos. I just use like a regular pore filling primer. But I have used it with mattifying primer, and I like it way better. When I use a mattifying primer, it lasts better on my skin. It doesn't feel as greasy, but you know, I still do have to blot. The other thing I don't like about this is it definitely settles into my pores. Like, on application, when I apply it, I can see it settling into pores, and it's just not as nice of a finish as so many of my other foundations. So even though I know this is a favorite for a lot of you, it's just not working for me. These 2 products they have pros and cons to me as well. So this concealer, the Outlast All Day Concealer, it has the most beautiful, smooth finish. It feels so soft. It doesn't crease. It looks beautiful at the end of the day like it did at the beginning of the day. The only thing is, it doesn't cover up my dark circles all the way. Like, it's a medium coverage concealer on me. So if you just have light dark circles or just a little bit of blue under your eye, it would be so good for you. The texture is so gorgeous on it. but very dark circles, it doesn't work as well on. I'm still gonna keep it and use it. And I have tried it like with the Tarte Shape Tape, which is totally full coverage, and it's a little bit better when you mix it with something more full coverage on me anyway. This powder here, the CoverGirl Outlast All Day Matte Finishing Powder. Mine is in the shade light to medium. I want to go and get just the lighter shade, the shade light, because this is a really nice mattifying powder and I do like it. I like the finish of it. It's smooth, but it's way too dark. Like it's way too orange on me, and I feel like the foundation when I wear it by itself doesn't oxidize, but if I put this on top of it, I feel way more orange. So even though I like this product, the color isn't right for me. So this though I think is a really good powder if you're oily. If you watched my high-end try-on haul, this was a huge fail. This is the By Terry Hyaluronic Hydra Powder, and I didn't bake with it. What I did was I just took like a regular dip into it with just like a setting brush, and I just applied it directly to my under eye. But even that was way too much, and it gave me this insane flashback. And in the video, it looked awful, and I know I know it looked really bad, but I was definitely willing to give it another chance because, you know, powders work different ways. You gotta see how it's gonna work, and I'd heard so many good things about it. So since that video, I've definitely used this more, and just the lightest amount is really what you need. Just barely put your brush into it. Definitely don't bake with it. Definitely just barely put your brush in it. And I'm not comfortable trying this when I'm about to film a video because I just don't want to deal with that look again. But just in real life, it looks so pretty. It really fills in fine lines and it just blurs them out. So if you have a lot of fine lines under your eyes, you might want to give this a shot. It is expensive. I got mine from Beautylish. It's not cheap, and that's another reason why I really wanted to give it a fair shot, because, you know, it sucks when you buy something really expensive and it's a dud. But it's not a dud, it's just you have to use it in a certain way. So the lightest amount, and just in my regular everyday life, it's how I'm using that one. Very last thing to update you guys on is the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer. This is the new pot concealer that they've come out with. I love this. This is so good. It's super full coverage. It's what I'm wearing today. It's very full coverage. My shade is Creme Brulee, which is a perfect match for me. The texture of this is so kind of soft and velvety, and it really just goes on beautifully. You have to be careful how you set it, because sometimes when I set it, it will crease, but I found ways to work with it where it won't crease. So the best thing that I've been doing is baking with the RCMA No Color powder over top this, and then I get no creasing and a flawless under eye. Okay, I have random favorites right now. I want to talk about two YouTubers that I've been loving lately. The first one is Bailey Sarian, and I've been watching her now for about 2 months, and I really wanted to mention her on my channel because if you guys are into being inspired, she's a really good one to follow. She is totally unlike the typical beauty guru in that she's like head to toe tattoos. She is totally into just being in the moment and just going with whatever happens makeup wise. And I love that because it really gets me inspired and gets me thinking about, you don't have to do this technique this perfect way to get it to work. You can do a smoky eye in this other way, or you can use this blush brush as a foundation brush if it works better. Like, it's just that very free, easy, inspirational kind of makeup that she's doing. I really love it. A lot of it is very dramatic and editorial, so it's a good way to get inspired. The other person that's really been inspiring me lately is ShanXO, and I know she's definitely one of the biggest YouTubers, and she's definitely not small by any means, but I wasn't subscribed to her for a very long time, and recently I watched a video of hers, and she just shows you techniques and application methods, and she's very free with color as well, and I just feel like she's inspiring me a lot. So I've gone back and kind of added tons of her get ready with me's to my watch later list, and I've just been going through a ton of them. Totally random favorite, but I have to talk about it. Avocado on toast. How come none of you told me before? I am freaking addicted to avocado on toast. I was telling my husband the other day, like, it's honestly all I want to eat. It's all I want to eat ever. Every time I eat lunch, that's what I want. I've just been taking an avocado, squeezing a quarter of a lemon in it, salt and pepper, mashing it up, putting it on fresh fresh baked bread that I've toasted, and it is to die for, and I've been loving it. So I know that's totally random, but I figured nobody told me, so I gotta be the one to tell you guys. Last things are TV show favorites. I've been loving Survivor. I think it's been a really good season so far. Let me know in the comments if you're a Survivor fan. I've watched every single season since it came out in the year 2000. Yes, that's been a long time. There's been 34 seasons that I've watched. That's the one show. My husband, he likes totally all like non-fiction, you know, documentary style shows, science shows. Like, he is not one who's into storytelling, although he loves movies, but he won't watch drama TV shows. Even like, he won't even watch like Breaking Bad and stuff like that. Anyway, but tangent. The point is, Survivor is the only show that we really come together and make a point to watch together. And we have since like season 2. We have just been watching that show year after year. So, but it's been a really good season because it's been all returning players, and I don't really know if I have a favorite. Let me know who your favorite is, because I like so many of them, but I don't know. I don't really have a favorite. Last show is The Leftovers. This show is so amazingly heartbreaking, beautiful, just stunningly gorgeous storytelling. The acting is incredible. I know I'm not alone in this because it's one of the most critically acclaimed shows of the last like 5 years. It's so good. You do have to go back to the beginning though to follow the story. It's just one of those things, you have to start at the beginning. But it's only on season 3. There's only been 2 seasons before it. Be prepared to be heartbroken. It is so devastating, this show, but so rewarding and good in the end. So that's where I am TV wise. Like I say a lot, I don't watch a lot of TV. I watch YouTube all the time. So, you know, let me know if there's any amazing shows out there that I am missing. But that is my April hits and misses. I hope that you guys like this. Let me know in the comments if there's any makeup things going on that I need to know about, need to run out and buy. Of course, there was just the VIB sale, so my wallet is a little bit light right now, but I'm always in the mood for good makeup. So if there's anything amazing that has come out, let me know. But that's it. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. I'd love to have you around for all of my future videos, and I can't think of anything else. That is it for today. Thanks for hanging out with me. Love you guys. See you in my next one. Bye.